Hello, hello, everyone. Monique here of Silver Paw Studio and founder of Pro Pet Photog, coming at you live from the green room. Welcome to day 5 of Marketing Back to Basics. Wow, what a week it's been. It has been such a week. We have learned so much in the Marketing Back to Basics class. Now, those are all in a playlist right here on the Pro Pet Photog YouTube channel. And I invite you to go back and rewatch them if you have not seen them. If you are a pro or aspiring pro pet photographer, this class has been jam packed. We have learned so much this week. It's still live for you. Today's class is all about Q&A and my special announcement that we'll get to. Sorry, my dog is barking in the background. Hopefully my husband will take care of that. uh, we have gone over so much. Oh my gosh. Okay, go back and watch day 1. Day 1 was all about setting the groundwork of your messaging. We learned about social media and how to avoid that and make things more compelling, engaging, and interactive. We talked about in day 2 content ideas, how often the most personal is the most universal. We gave tons of ideas in that class for what you need to post, and there is a free downloadable worksheet for you. If you weren't there live in class that day, it is in the video description. There should be a link to that free worksheet. Okay. The third day, we talked about content categories. So we took all of those ideas and put them right into these 4 categories. And they were educational, inspiring, entertaining, and serving. This is where you can put in timely content, spontaneous content, things like that. They didn't quite fit all of the things that we did before, but there's always room for other types of content for your marketing. And then the last day of actual classes, which was yesterday, there is beyond digital. So beyond social media. So we did do digital marketing in there, but it was on platforms that you own, like your blog, your email list, and maybe your podcast. That's right. Went over a bunch of ideas for those. And also, we went over physical marketing, outreach marketing, and prospecting. My goodness. And I have to tell you, if you were in yesterday's class and you saw me, one of the things I talked about was prospecting and that sending out an email to your clients from this year with an offer. And I did that this morning and I already got a sale. And then I met with somebody else for another reason. And she's like, yeah, I got your email and I think I do want more pictures. So I probably made 2 sales out of 1 email within a few hours. So this stuff works. Okay. So you definitely want to go back and look at all of that. And I have saved up some of the questions that y'all have asked between here and the Facebook group. Right here is a Facebook group. If you're not in that, just make sure you answer every single question to be included in that. And so I've written down here, let me get rid of that banner. I've written down some of the questions that you've asked, but this is the place that we are going to ask any marketing question that you have for pet photography. Now, this applies if you're a pro, aspiring pro, part-time, or even volunteer. We all have to market all kinds of things. I have a business coach. He says, you're always trying to sell. You're always trying to market, even if it's trying to get like your kids to eat broccoli or your dogs to eat that pill pocket. You're always trying to convince them this is a good thing for them. Right. So always, all the time, we're doing all of these efforts. So I've written down some of the questions we did not get to earlier in the week, but we have a couple people here that I want to say hi to. So Frank's in the house. Okay, good. Yes, I just sent Frank a voice message. Very, very good. So Frank, you'll probably recognize from a bunch of YouTube channels. Frank is a pet photographer here in Colorado, and I hire him to work beside me at all of my client sessions. And we did that this year, and it was incredible. There is a video that's recapping that here live on YouTube. So go back and watch that if you want to know more about Frank or hiring an assistant. Lisa, yo, yo, happy Friday. Yes, Lisa has Posh Photography up in Minnesota. I actually was traveling there a few months ago and had a chance to meet up with her. I was like, hey, aren't you kind of near the airport? Yeah, it was so great. So fantastic. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. Tina's in the house. Tina, oh my gosh, I appreciate everything you've been posting in the Facebook group. Very thought provoking. And what happens is, you know, that idea that the most personal is the most universal, like every time you ask a question, you know, a whole bunch of other people are like, yeah, yeah, I was going to ask that too. So I really appreciate you being active in that group, Tina. Going well. Snow session on Sunday with 2 pitties. How exciting. I was going to do a snow session today, and it was so, so incredibly windy and actually warmed up a lot. So all the snow we got earlier in the week completely melted. Well, not quite in her area of town, but it was way, way, way too windy for her puppy in the snow. So I'm a little jelly of you, Lisa. But we're gonna reschedule it. That's right, we will. I don't know if Frank knows we had to cancel that. So Frank wasn't able to make it to that, and now maybe he can. I got a call today to photograph past clients, 5 kitties. So I'm very excited about that. And Frank's the perfect person to help with that. Let's see. I want to, if you have a question live, type it right now in the chat. I can't see the comments of the video right now, but I can see the live chat. If you're on the replay, hi, replayers. You rock also. I understand that this time doesn't work for everyone around the globe, but if you do have a question, type it in the comments of the video after it's not live, and I will still get to you. Okay. Oh, one more thing. If you want to get a hold of me personally, it's right here, Monique at propetphotog.com. So here's some of the questions. Throughout the week, we were able to answer questions after class in the Q&A portion, but there were some we didn't get to. And I believe a couple of them were actually from Lisa. So I don't know if I answered this one. I'm looking at my notes. One topic on my wish list is measurement. What are the key metrics to track over time as they relate to marketing? That's a really good question. I don't think I'm as detailed with that as I could be. But what I do, maybe I did kind of answer this, but I'm going to answer it again. At the end of the year, I make a spreadsheet and I write down every client and how they found me. And then I also write on any other stats I think I might need later, like maybe what they bought or how much the sale was, what area of the county they're in. Anything else I think I'm going to want to sort that list at the end of the year. You could do this quarterly, you know, however often you want to do this. I look at that and I go, oh, so sometimes what happens in our marketing efforts is we think, okay, I think this is really doing it. This is what, you know, I've put a lot of effort into it. I've heard people say they found me this way. And then when you assess all of your clients at the end of the year, you go, oh, actually, it's this thing over here. It's really good to track every type of marketing that you're doing, like gift certificates or you know, social media or your display marketing, your email. How are these people finding you? And so I ask that at the beginning of every, you know, client interaction, like when we're doing our planning meeting and our first call or meeting. I say, oh, by the way, how did you even find Silverpot Studio? And then I make a note of that. And my CRM, I can actually enter that to my client relationship management, and I can probably just print a report. When I did my, I don't know if you could see it, my book project this year, I actually did a very, very in-depth spreadsheet for that project because I wanted to see how effective it was. And so I tracked every single product that people bought and what size. So if they bought a mounted print, not just mounted print, what size? If they bought a bamboo block, what size? If they bought an album or a digital package, every single thing I put in there. And this is just tracking everything about a client, not particularly marketing, but I went to that extreme for that. So you can get as detailed as you possibly want to, but that's kind of how I assess. Honestly, that's my very simple way of assessing what marketing is really working. One difficulty is you can't always quantify things like social media. So sometimes social media feels like it's not doing anything, but it is. It's that point of contact. I don't know what the current studies are, but it's 7 to 15 points of contact before someone hires you, no matter what field you're in. This could be, you know, a plumber or a groomer or us. So people need to see your name all over the place. You need to feel like you're a real big pillar of your community. And social media is one of those things. But I can't say that I've directly gotten something. I don't really know how to measure that unless I'm running a specific ad, which I don't cover in this marketing course, but I've dabbled with ads on Facebook. They're very inexpensive and those are easy to track. I started looking into Google ads, but I got confused. I think my Google ads account is a little wonky. So I need to go in there and fix that. Is it helpful? Okay, cool. I know that you have the personality that would just love that kind of project. So I think that would work excellent for you. Let's see. What is another topic that we came up with? Um, Carolyn had asked in the group somewhere. She doesn't have any pets right now, but she wants to approach pet-based businesses. And we did talk about this. Patty had a question about this with her own dog training and boarding facility. And since she already has a relationship there, okay, that seems like an easy one, of course. But what if you don't have a dog or a cat or you're not receiving those services? And I've been there. There was a time in my life for like 2 years I did not have a dog. It was weird. I gotta tell you, it felt really strange. But that was what was best for my life and what would have been best for a pet for me. And I say do the exact same thing. It's gonna be more like cold calling, but if you have any kind of relationship with them, maybe your friend has used this particular business, or you've heard about them, or they were in the news lately for some award or something. You can just go ahead and approach businesses. And I always find this is from my years of working in the veterinary industry. Whenever reps would show up, product reps, they would bring us a treat. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, they're here. Where's my M&Ms?" So I will often butter them up with some kind of snack. The people that work in pet related fields, they work so, so hard and they love a snack. So that's a little a little way to get in the door a little bit faster. So Carolyn's not here right now, but I hope that answers her question. Uh Oh, yeah, color-coded spreadsheet in the works. Yes, yes, this is the perfect time of year to see what has worked, what hasn't. Drop some of your marketing efforts or redouble them. I would have to say too, with marketing, sometimes running something one time isn't enough. Sometimes you have to do it annually. If it's an annual special, do that a couple of times, tweak it a little bit, and then do it again the next year, or, tweak them but some of them you can say, nope, I'm just letting this go and I'm going to redouble my efforts over here. You've probably noticed I've done a lot of display marketing this year. It was in my budget and it was something that needed to be done coming out of COVID. I was like, I need to redo these. And so that's what I've really worked on this year. Frank, to stay on track this next year, I want to make a list of 5 to 6 action items to do list. Yes. And I would say that's probably max. Like, there's goal setting, of course, but if you're talking about major action items, it's really nice to keep it as small as possible. I keep track of a lot of that on my big, huge whiteboard right here. If I have this one project, then that's what I'm going to put all of my effort into. Obviously, I do run kind of 3 different businesses between Pro Pet Photog, Silver Paw Studio, and my Cattail Chronicles brand. So I do have a lot going on. And so I've got to really kind of keep that organized and keep extraneous things to a minimum. Yeah. Kaylee says, my family and I will be traveling to Colorado Springs in June. Okay, my brother is going to the Olympic Training Center out that way. I would love to meet you. Yeah, yeah. Springs is only like 2 hours away. So you can always take a day to come up to Loveland and uh, poke around my studio. I'm going to give you another option here in a few minutes too. Hopefully you can stick around. Callie. I want to say Kaylee. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I would absolutely come up and meet me. I don't get down to Springs that often. Every once in a while, um, Steve's kid's mom lives down in Trinidad, and we get along so great. And she's a business owner too. And so I plan to go down. She just moved back to Colorado. So I plan on visiting her. So who knows? It could be the same time I'm heading down that way anyway. Springs is really pretty. So anyway, Callie, you and I can figure that out. But yes, that's my short answer. Yes. Let's see if I've got any other questions we didn't answer. Oh, yeah, Lisa, here's another one of your questions from this week. Which socials should I even use? Where do I know my clients are? Is there a resource for this? And honestly, I looked a little bit and I don't think so. Here's what I would suggest. I would suggest just start looking around. Like, it's hard to know. So there's some things that kind of work within the age range of our clients. So for instance, if a lot of your clients are 40s and up, they're probably on Facebook. If they're under that, then they're for sure on like Instagram. If they're under 30, they're probably on TikTok. So there's some ways you can look at kind of the age range in there too and kind of decide. I mean, most of the world is on Facebook, but a lot of people don't aren't on there a whole lot. So I would also say, okay, you're doing your efforts right now. How are those working? And if you think, okay, out of these three socials that you're on, look at the analytics, because if you're on a business page, they have analytics for all of those, whether it doesn't matter which kind, all of them have an analytics. And so I would look at the analytics and see what the interaction and the views and all that. And that's kind of, it's a little bit wonky from the algorithm. However, those platforms want to push your content at any given day or hour, even any minute. But I would look at the analytics and then just go full force into one of them, especially go to one that you know you're going to keep up with. So I have a lot of trouble keeping up with Instagram. I don't know why. Instagram's a great place for photographers, but I just really have trouble staying up with my Instagram content. So I need to really look at that. But I'm on Facebook a lot. I know a lot of my clients are. So I just really make sure I put a lot of effort into Facebook. If you pick one and you go in for like 3 months and it's not growing and no one's interacting, that's when I would say, okay, shift to your secondary. So I always have, well, I'm on a lot of the socials, let's be honest. I'm on a lot of socials. But if you're a sane person, if you're a sane person, you have maybe two, maybe three different socials you're on. Let's just say it's Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. If you're like, okay, listen, I'm pretty sure my people are on Facebook, so I'm going to go all in on Facebook and just do a little bit over on Instagram and Pinterest for the next 3 months. And if at the end of the 3 months you're like, "Nah, it's not really working." Okay, so drop down what you're doing on Facebook and go to the next one. So maybe the next one is, Instagram. Okay, I'm gonna go all in on Instagram, just do a little bit on, Facebook and Pinterest, and you will get a feel for where your people are at. So that's really what I say is just go in and produce your own data. So the easiest is just to do it. I was talking to a friend of mine today who wants to start her own completely unrelated business, completely. And I get so hyped up about all this. I'm like, oh my gosh, you could do it. She's like, oh my gosh, are you like a inspirational speaker? The business she's at now could maybe hire me, which is a pet based business. So we'll see. Um, so I was just telling her, you don't really know what's going to happen until you start doing it. Like everything is an experiment, everything's data gathering because she was kind of scared to start her own business. And all of us, I think, start there. Ooh, it's a scary thing to do this whole business ownership um, endeavor. It's like, it's huge. It really is huge. So I applaud all of you here that are doing this. Not all of societies wants to even do this. um, and so it's hard to know to get everything in place unless you just start trying because things will evolve over time. And I've said this about all kinds of things. You know how many price lists I've had over time? So many because it evolves and I'm okay with that. But I don't know that until I gather the data myself by implementing it and seeing where it goes. Yeah. All right. What other questions? Lisa, did that answer your question on which socials to use? Where are your clients? I hope it did. Um, if I ever run across a resource on that, I will certainly share it in the Facebook group. Let me get a sip of tea here. It's so windy today. Oof. Yeah, I think I've answered all of the questions that I didn't answer during the live streams. It did. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Okay. What other questions do you have? I do have a presentation for you, just a really quick one. If you did not see this, if you didn't get the email list email this morning, I let the email group know ahead of time what the big offer is. Ah, and then this afternoon I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna record a promo video right now. So I have a promo video to show you of the brand new offering that I have, and I'm excited to share that with you. But I want to make sure I get all your questions answered. So I'm committed to staying here tonight until we get all of your marketing questions answered. Because no matter what my promo is today, I want this class, this marketing back to basics, to be full of value for you, no matter what. This is a standalone course or class set. So I really want to make that clear. And just to be clear too, I will be continuing the Pro Pet Photog YouTube channel. I don't think I've talked about that at all. January will be 4 years. Can you believe that? 4 years I've been on YouTube every single week. I've missed very few weeks. So I am still committed to giving you free content. But we're going to step it up here in a minute. What else we got? Lisa says, Metricool app has age and other demographics data. Okay, cool. I did see that you posted that, but I just have not even had a time to take a look at that. I haven't even heard of that app, Lisa. That sounds really cool. Oh my gosh. That wasn't even a very good pun. I apologize for the terrible pun. Yes, I would love to know more about that if you wanted to post something about it in the Facebook group too, Lisa. Tina's email question is, where do you get an email list that is more professional than a Gmail address? I was told generic emails are not great for marketing or branding. That is absolutely true. Please don't use your Gmail address for bulk emails. So if you're sending out a weekly email like I do, you need a email service for that. And part of that is to comply with laws around the world. So something that has a double opt-in, that has an unsubscribe button at the bottom of every page, things like that, and that people physically sign up for. There are three that I've used, but there's a whole bunch more. So people that are here can chime in with what you're using. So Tina, what I have used is MailChimp, free. I'm pretty sure there's a really good free program. So MailChimp is the first one most people go for because it's free. And that would be a great place for you to start. Just make it real, real simple. Then I've also used Constant Contact, which is actually based out of the city I live in, which is really cool. But I switched because I didn't have all of the features I wanted. And so now I use what's called ConvertKit. And Pat Flynn is the one I learned about that from. ConvertKit is incredibly robust. And you could do more than email. You can have the landing pages on there. You can save your opt-in, like if you have a PDF that people get when they sign up for your email. I sell products. I have I have all kinds of things on ConvertKit. So Gmail addresses are okay for one-to-one interaction, like, oh, I'm a potential client. Oh, great. Let's plan your meeting, stuff like that. But if you want to send out, here's my weekly email blast, you need to have something like these services. So that's where I would start, Tina. Frank, I think you were saying scary but exciting at the same time for starting a business. Oh my gosh, absolutely agreed. I have a video coming up soon that's the paradox of self-employment. And it's I didn't add that, but that would have been a really good one. Scary and exciting all at the same time. Goodness. Lisa says it's hard to find to do all the things. Oh, yeah. Did you mean time? Do you have an order of operations for marketing things to focus on? SEO first, social media first, in-person networking displays? What takes priority? So that has changed over the years, depending on how much time I have and how much budget I have, honestly. And then also, of course, what the impact is. And I would say SEO is extremely important, especially if you're in a very competitive area. And I have to say, I've been very lax about SEO because I was the only pet photographer in my county for forever. And now there's a couple other people, but I'm kind of friends with them. So we make it all work. But I would definitely, if you're looking for more clients, definitely do SEO. Social media always has to be on the list. It's just, that's where we're at right now. You have to do something for social media, and at least something. So follow what I talked about in the day one class, because if you're not going to post very often, make it impactful, make it interactive, make it engaging. But I also would combine that with in person. However you can do that. So if you have a limited time, maybe it's something you do a display and you don't have to be at. If you have a little bit more time, join a networking group or go to networking functions. Some of these things just have to be kind of ongoing. Now, with COVID, I let go of a lot of my networking and I reassessed. I thought this networking group I go to every single month, it's not worth it for me anymore. So I'm shifting, and I might even be, I'm pretty sure I'm going to join the Chamber of Commerce this year, because I just want to up level it a little bit. And I think the Chamber of Commerce for me doesn't have as much, you don't have to do every single thing. So there's some networking groups out there that are incredibly expensive, but you're required to go to every single meeting. And then they track all these weird things. And I just don't like it. Just bleh. Some of it's kind of ew. Um, so it takes a little bit of trial and error to find the networking group, or you can make your own networking group. I know you don't have a ton of time, Lisa, but that is an option. And at this point, I have my whiteboard on, and I do prioritize. If I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, or like when I was doing the book project and I just had so much going on, I just really didn't do any Instagram after the launch. But I still did Facebook and my email list because I own that, my blog because I own that, and that does SEO. So those are the things I really focused on, the things I owned, and the people who really wanted to hear from me, which is my email. I hope that helps. Ah, Flowdesk. It's pretty but not cheap. Oh, okay. I've heard about that one. There's a Mailer Lite, I think is a good, people have talked about that as a free option. Just so you know, my ConvertKit, I believe, is $40 a month. I don't know, because I have HoneyBook and I have ConvertKit. No, ConvertKit, I'm paying like $300 a year, and my CRM is $40 a month. I get them mixed up. It's a lot. Kaylee, has anyone had any weird or bad experiences listing themselves on the Tilly Project website? I don't know. I had another photographer email to me today saying a person emailed her and was being very strange. Oh, that is weird. I have just started seeing all the news about the Tilly Project. For people who don't know, I believe, Kaylee, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the project that connects people with end of life pet sessions. Is that correct? Let's see if this one continues. Seems like she had bad intentions, but she sent her a screenshot of one of my images with your watermark claiming that was her dog. It definitely is not. Oh goodness. Well, that is strange. No, I haven't heard about that. And I just started hearing about the Tilly project, and I think I did sign up to be that too. But that's really odd. I would talk to the project people. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know why people would mistake. If you've never seen that dog, why would you even think it's her dog? That's strange. I don't know. Just sometimes you get a strange person out there, but no, I haven't heard anything bad about it. They get a ton of um publicity lately. Yeah. Lisa says, I like the workflow and flow desk for welcome series. Ooh, see, welcome series is a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Also being how to stay safe and vet people when getting contacts from people. What do you mean? I need you to clarify that a little bit. Yes, and most photographers offer services for free. Yeah, they do. Which, you decide, but I don't do free sessions like that. Here's my take on free sessions. um, First of all, you either should do a full price session or a free session, in my opinion. Unless I'm doing something for like a nonprofit and I'll say, here's my full prices, but here's my nonprofit discount. So full price, or mini sessions. Mini sessions are a whole different thing. Um, and if I want to do a free session personally, then it's on me. I reach out to someone and say, can I photograph your animal? I initiate it. When people come to me and ask for a free session, it's almost always no. Almost always no. And that's just the way I am. And I know people expect us to do everything for free. That friend of mine who works in the veterinary industry, many clients want things free there too. And we have a valuable service and we deserve to be compensated, even if it's end of life. And the people who value that will value that. People gladly pay me for end of life sessions, but you do what you want. If that's what you want to do as you're giving back to your community, that'd be fantastic. Especially if you don't have an area that has a lot of, adoptable pets that you can work with. That could be the way that you give back, and that's your volunteer effort. And that's up to you. But I don't really it's a lot of work to do end of life sessions. I don't know if you've done them before, but I have, and it's a lot of work. Um, do, 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 do. You don't offer free sessions either, yeah. And kind of the exception to that is when you're very, very, very first starting out, I would say do some model call sessions. If you haven't done any sessions at all, do some model calls to build up your portfolio, but you handpick those is what I like to do. I like to handpick those myself. Like when someone contacts about a session, you're going to meet them to photograph their pets or at a park. Oh, okay. I do a planning meeting first. I don't jump right to the session at all. We either do a phone call, a Zoom, or an in-person meeting every single time. So that's a really good point, actually, Kaylee, is that I don't ever just go meet them at the park. And that's actually, I probably should think about that more than I do. But that's also a great thing about having Frank with me. So there's 2 of us. So that's awesome, but not everyone can afford an assistant. I understand that. But I would always have a planning meeting with them first. Absolutely. And also, they have paid you the session fee at that point. I never do a photo session without getting paid for the session first. They got skin in the game. Lisa, I always do a planning discovery session. Yep, yep, exactly, exactly. Agreed. But in their Facebook group, it seems like a lot of them offer it for free. Yeah, that could be. That's fine. You know, it's kind of like restaurants. You have, let's say you want a salad and you can go to the fast food place and get a salad, or you can get a steakhouse and get a salad. It's still a salad, but you're going to pay differently at every place. And so your service is the same thing. People have choices. They can choose someone who's free or they can choose someone who's not free. And so you have to like take those free people out of your mind. Okay, that's their choice. Your choice is to do this. And again, you could do that for free. You could do it for paid. Either way you want to go, just be comfortable with it. You have to be comfortable with your decision. If you do these for free and every time you walk away feeling like, ugh, why did I do that? Ugh, this is awful. I'm not getting valued for my time, then stop doing it for free. Really. And you just have to assess that every time I walk away from any interaction at all. And I've learned this the really hard way. Um, if I feel bad after an interaction, I don't want to do it again. And this includes friends. I've had friends that every single time I get together with them afterwards, I just feel awful and horrible and used. They're no longer friends. And so that's, you can do that with clients. You have complete control over your business. Nobody else does. So that is an awesome thing, right? Yeah. You are empowered, Kaylee. I give you permission. You don't need my permission. But if you did, there you go. Yes, you're very welcome. I'm kind of like a cheerleader over here, like, rah, rah. I get people so worked up every time I meet with a friend who wants to start a business. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, this is what you're in for. I'm so excited for you. How can I support you? Do you need any help with anything? And they're like, wow, okay, yeah, we could do this. I love being that business cheerleader or just life cheerleader. I don't know. That is that's me. Not that I can't be a cynic too. I'm not constant positivity. But I get so fired up about this. Just honestly, the friend was talking to me today. She's like, "How do you do all the things?" I said, I can't not do them. I'm just so passionate. I have always wanted to be a teacher since I was in the first grade and I had a terrible first grade teacher. And I thought I could do this better in the first grade. And you know what I did is I held class for my little brother and sister. We had classes and we learned things. And I had, I don't know, a whiteboard or whatever we can afford. We were extremely poor. But I taught class. I would line them up in chairs. So you don't have to live through that, but we're going to make it funner. I've always wanted to be a teacher and I can't not do it. Every time I've tried to quit photography, it has called me back. There's no way I cannot do photography in some way. There's just no way. I went through an extremely, extremely difficult time of my life about 6 years ago, and I thought I would give it up. I'm just like, I can't do anything right now. It was a dark time, let's just say. And I did like this whole assessment of my life. I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And at the end of like a 2.5 month walkabout and just really soul searching and obviously counseling too. Um, I just like, I can't not do photography. And then I dove right back in with like no regrets. I gotta do it. I got to. Maybe you're like that too. Um, such great energy. Thank you. I get so excited about all this. Wowza. Oh my gosh. What you have awesome questions tonight, everybody. Really great questions. This is so exciting for me. Isn't it fun to kind of get together? I wish you could all kind of be on screen with me. I don't really know how to do that though. So we're not going to do that tonight, but we will get a chance to do that. So um, continue sending in your questions. This has been fantastic. I appreciate you all being here. If you're a replayer, I appreciate you as well. I do want to tell you about the special offer. I've been teasing this all week. Full transparency. Okay. That I'm offering something new through propetphotog.com, and it launched today. And actually, Lisa with Posh Photography, thank you so, so much. Lisa has already signed up. Lisa's already signed up. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much, Lisa. I'm so incredibly excited to have you in there. Not only as a student, but also as a fellow mentor to the other pet photographers. So I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to show you the promo video that I made. All right. So hold on to your hats for a second. It'll just take a few minutes, but I really want to show you the promo video. Let's see. I can't remember how to start it. I think I just go over here. Nope, that's not the one. This one. Hello, Monique here of Silver Paw Studio and founder of Pro Pet Photog with a big announcement for you today. Today, the doors have opened. They are officially open now on propetphotog.com for the Community Center membership. Woohoo! What is the membership? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. So let's see. Pro Pet Photog membership is for you if you're someone who needs accountability but not hand holding. This is for pro and aspiring pro pet photographers. If you are someone who is busy and would like succinct guidance, if you are someone who feels like they are spinning their wheels in the first stages of your business, or if you're someone who is sick of the cliche old business advice. Oh my goodness, everyone. It's a new year. There's new advice out there. And if you're someone who's looking for a coach who still works in the field, that's me. Welcome to the Community Center membership. A little bit about me in case you don't know. I have 8-year professional photography experience. I did start out in Washington State managing a veterinary practice and a portrait photography business. Once I moved to Colorado, I have started volunteering. I reopened my portrait business. I even worked at a vet office when I very first moved here. I have photographed thousands of dogs and cats and other animals over the years for nonprofits and for clients. I have many, 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 many YouTube tutorial videos on Pro Pet Photog YouTube channel, and here on Pro Pet Photog, I have courses and resources, and now the Community Center membership. So, what is the Community Center membership? It is a place for professional photographers and aspiring professionals from across the globe to gather, learn, and grow. Okay, but what's in the membership, right, Monique? What is in here? I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna blow your socks off, okay? We're gonna have monthly classes with quarterly themes. We're gonna go over each of those months in just a second. So every month there'll be a class, and every quarter there will be a theme. 2 weeks after class, we're gonna have a monthly group coaching call with me. This is where we can work through anything that you need help with in your business. Oh, and also, most classes will have worksheets, checklists, videos. I have been working on this for months and months. There's so much goodness in here. But wait, there's more. Let's look at some special guests. Let's go through every month. Our very first month is January of 2023. And we're going to talk about goal setting. Let's set ourselves up for the year. And my coach, friend, mentor, Chalice Springfield of Unstoppable Curiosity, I've hired her to come in and give her goal setting class for you. Oh my gosh, you're going to laugh. You're going to be inspired. It's so insightful, and you're going to walk away with your list of goals for the year. Oh my gosh, I'm extremely excited to share Chalice with you. And then we'll jump right into our first quarter. And the first quarter of classes will be all about business. We want to set you up for success for the year, whether this is you just reviewing what you already have, or if you're brand new, let's set all this up. We're going to map or review your client journey. What does your client have to go through to hire you? Then we're going to talk about prices, products, and sales. I know that's a lot, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then throughout that, we're also going to talk about the software and tools that I use and that many people use for success and automation and strategizing, all of that for your business. Woo! The next quarter, May, June, July of 2023, is all about marketing. Let's bring in those clients. I have one class that I've crafted that's called project based marketing. Nobody teaches this. I absolutely love it. If you are a project based person, you're absolutely going to love this. Then we're going to implement marketing, and we're going to have a special guest. Yes, our special guest will be none other than my other creative coach, Franklin Taggart. This guy is amazing. You think I'm creative? Every time I get stuck, I sign up for a coaching spot with Franklin, and oh my gosh, he has ideas galore. And he actually has a course called Fridge Worthy Freebies. So, we're going to talk all about marketing for you specifically. And so far, Chalice and Franklin will be there in person too. So, they'll give you a class and they'll stick around for Q&A. Anything that you have questions on for creative marketing, oh my goodness, Franklin's going to be amazing. Oh, and then one bonus special guest, my friend Robin McIntyre. She has coaching and personal growth type brand, and she is just so inspiring. And I find that every midway point of the year, every year, I get exhausted, and I think, oh my goodness, ah, I I'm halfway through the year. I didn't get to what I wanted to, or maybe there's so much left to do, or whatever it is that kind of gets us down in that halfway through the year slump. Robin's going to help us through that. She's incredible. Oh, and with membership, did I mention we're going to have a Colorado August meetup? Come here and hang out with me. We're going to have about 2 days of instruction, probably some in the studio, and talk about business, whatever you need. If you are a member, then you will get into that for free. And this is very limited spots available. More details coming soon, likely the beginning of August 2023. Woo, right? Then we're going to end the year with skill building. So let's hone your craft, photography skills, editing skills, equipment needs. This is when we tend to, a lot of us, be busy. And so this is a time that you could really implement all of these skills. And we might even have a special guest talk about editing. I need to get them on board, but I might be able to hire another special guest. Wow, right? And then the very last month of 2023 is going to be our wins. We need to celebrate you. I am going to give you gold stars and confetti, and it's going to be a party. You deserve it, and it's going to be awesome. Once again, is Pro Pet Photog Community Center membership for you? Again, if any of these things hold true for you, if you need accountability, you need succinct guidance, you feel like you're kind of spinning your wheels and done all the things. If you're sick of cliche old business advice, listen, it's 2023. We've been through a lot in the last few years. Things have changed. They have. And I am here for it. And also, I still work in the field. I still have lots of client stories right now that I can share with you. I'm not retired from pet photography in any shape or form. And again, here's what comes with membership. We have the monthly one concept workshops within quarterly themes, professional guest speakers. I am paying every one of these speakers, and most of them are at least $150 an hour for one-to-one coaching. This is a deal. The August Colorado retreat, that's included. Monthly group coaching and accountability. If you need community, you need someone to kick your butt a little bit, uh, or just generate ideas, get coaching. This is so valuable. Then, of course, our checklists, worksheets, video resources. And then these coaching in the classes will be the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. How do I join the Pro Pet Photog Community Center membership? There's two options. I've made this super, super affordable for you. In 2023, the cost is only $29 a month. We're in uncertain economic times right now. Sometimes it's hard to eke out one more membership, but this is probably worth 10 times this. I'm not going to lie, but I really, really have a passion to help you. And I want this to be affordable, and it should be in anybody's budget. You could do month to month, or if you want to just spring for the whole year, it's basically getting 10 months for the price of 12. So all you have to do is propetphotog.com and click on the membership, community center membership, and you'll be there. If you have any questions at all about this, then definitely reach out to me, Monique at propetphotog.com, and here on the website and on all of the socials. Let's see, get my mouse back over here. All right, so that is what the Pro Pet Photog Community Center is all about. I am ridiculously excited. If you've made it to the end of this video, and if you're watching this in December of 2022, the first 10 people to sign up are also going to get mailed this little goodie bag. And it's meant to be an accessory bag for your camera bag, or you can keep it at your studio, or it's also got great little study guides, study stuff in here for the membership. So let me just give you a sneak peek. There's only going to be 10 of these. There's only 10. Okay. So that's all I got. That's all I'm ever going to make. We've got some notepads. We got a Sharpie. We got a light. This is a little tiny light. And over here, we've got an extra squeaky. Who doesn't need an extra squeaky? And a little roll of gaff tape. And then you can put all kinds of things in here. And then you can just carabiner it to your bag. So first 10 people to sign up will get that. Hope you're one of those people. I can't wait to see you in the membership. All right. We'll talk soon. Okay. Bye. All right. Okay. Look, it's me. I'm back. The recording's over. What do you think? It's live. I put the link in the chat here, and I'll put it in the description of this video when we're done too. So here's the bag. I had my friend Bree make these for me. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. I have 10 of these. I might have to get another one just so I have one, right? So you can carabiner and take that with you. You can have your extra keys here, whatever you want to do. It's so fun. Like, I love making little things like this. I love office supplies. I hope you do too. Lisa, I'll get your address and I'll mail you yours. The gaff tape. Oh my gosh. You know how much I use gaff tape? This is so incredibly helpful. And I found mini rolls of gaff tape. How cool is that? And then you're not going to believe this, but Frank and I were at the studio last week and we could find one squeaky between the two of us. What the world? So I'm going to at least throw maybe 2 in here. 1, 2, I don't know. So you'll always have an extra squeaky. And then let me, and then the other side, like you saw in the video, I'm just so excited about this part. I don't know. I'm just geeky. You got your little mini pads of paper so you can take notes in class, or you can take notes while you're out in the field, and then your mini Sharpie. Isn't that cool? And then, you know how dark camera bags could be. And and parking lots and everything like that. So here you go. You also get a tiny, tiny flashlight. And why I say to put this in your camera bag is because you can also put camera batteries in here. You could put extra SD cards in here. You could put USB cables in here. All kinds of things can go in here. I have similar types of pouches in my camera bag now. So that's worth a month of membership right there. So definitely there's only 10 of these. If you think you want to sign up for the membership, go ahead and do that. And you can get one of these cool kid kits, right? Oh my gosh. Lisa, it's truly amazing. And I think, the sneak peek, spoiler alert video I sent out earlier. I've got an unlisted video here on YouTube. Just so excited about it. I didn't even talk about half these things, I don't think. So just tons of stuff. I've put a ton of effort into this. And it's just so inspired. I just feel like when I sit down, it just kind of flows and just comes right out. And I feel like I have so much to share with you. It's so cool. So I'm really, really excited to be share you these classes. Now, the class that I talk about that's going to happen every month is going to be very, very similar to what we did all week. So I'll have actual slides put together. We'll have resources. I'll be there to answer questions. Probably going to be a little bit longer classes, honestly, because, we have time and investment. It's not on social media. This is in your membership. So it'll be very similar. You'll see me sitting in green room, well, however that goes. I have a new desk, so I'm going to set it up a little this weekend. But we're going to have an actual class and I'll be there to teach it. And then the second time of the month, so that'll be the first meeting, which is the second Tuesday, and the fourth Tuesday of the month will be the group coaching. And so this is where we will all come together and we will talk about the homework we've been working on, where we're stuck or high centered. What if we just can't even think of an idea? This is where we can talk about not only that lesson, but anything else that's come up for you that month in your business. So even let's say we talk about marketing, but you really had this difficult client interaction and you really like some coaching on that. We can talk about that. So each month we'll have that at least an hour, probably about an hour, because I know a lot of you have other things happening and it's a lot just to run our business. So I want this to be succinct, but value packed. So I think in one thing I talked about how it's like concentrated orange juice. You have to add water. So every class is going to be concentrated like that. And then you'll add your water, your brain power to make it happen the rest of the month. And then we'll come together for the group coaching. So that's what's involved in my big announcement today for the Pro Pet Photog group page. Let's see. I have so if you go to propetphotog.com, at the top of the page is the community center. And actually, let me see if I can pull that up just so I can show you a little bit better what that looks like. So let me go to screen share. Oops, let me get rid of that banner for a second. Okay, let's do screen share. Uh-oh, I just took one away. Oh, well. Screen share and Chrome tab and Pro Pet Photog. Okay. So here's what Pro Pet Photog looks like. And so all you're going to do is go up to Community Center. That's the tab I'm on. So if you're at the main page, you're going to see all of this. Actually, if you scroll down on the main page, bam, here's the Community Center right here. And I'll be adding more marketing things in there. The video I just showed you, something, either that or something similar, will go in here so you can see a little bit more. But here it is right here. And if you click join now, that is what's going to take you to the options. So you can't see this, but there's a pull down menu. So it's really, really simple. You just go to the community center. So that's what that is. Yeah. And then the surprise for the night is that someone is going to win this. Lisa, I'll let you decide since you've already paid if you want to be part of this, or if we can just go ahead and gift it to the second member, another member of the, you know, a different member. I'll leave it up to you. I can have you on the wheel here or not. But what I've done is I've collected the names of people who have interacted with the marketing class this whole week, and I've put them on this wheel, and there's not that many. So, I mean, your chances are high that you'll win. Um, so I want to do that as a screen share too. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. So who I have on this list, Kaylee, do I have you on here? Yes, I do. Let's share a screen here. We're going to do a Chrome tab and it's going to be Wheel of Names. This is a random generator. So it's pretty cool. You've probably seen this in other people's live streams, but it's awesome. I put in everybody who has been participating and asked questions throughout the week. I'll put them on the little spinny, and then all I have to do is click and we'll spin and we'll see who could win a year of membership. Are you ready for this? Who's clapping over here? Are you clapping? All right. Are you ready? Okay. I'm gonna do it right now. Okay. Click to spin. Click to spin. Oh, can you hear that? Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh, Kaylee. I'm so excited. Woohoo! Oh wow. Wow. And Kaylee, you're here. That is so awesome. Kaylee, if you don't want to be a member, let me know and I will respin. But you just won a year of Pro Pet Photog Community Center. That was fortuitous that you're actually here to win. I'm so happy for you, Kaylee. Um, what I will do is I will send you your own very specific coupon code. So Kaylee, just make sure that I have your email address. And what you can do is I want you to send me an email. You don't need to put it in here if you don't want to. Send an email to Monique@propetphotog.com and I will email you back a coupon code to get a year's worth of the membership. Ah, that is so cool. Woohoo! Yes. Yay, says Lisa. Woohoo, says Tina. Okay. I hope Kaylee's still here because I'm excited for you. Let me get a little bit more tea. My goodness. Whoop, whoop. Okay, now we've answered questions about marketing, but now that you've seen the promo for the membership, what questions do you have? Was there something that you're really excited about for there? Is there something you wish was in there? Do you just want to know how it's going to like logistically work? Let me know. This is the time to ask questions about that, or again, you can just email me as well. Especially if you're watching as a replayer, go ahead and send me an email here if you have any confusion at all over what this community center membership is and what it can do for you. So I'm actually absolutely open to questions there. I'm really excited because yay, Frank says yay. Some of my guests, I've been wanting to have these guests on for a while somehow, like either through a YouTube video or something, but they just have such value that I want it to be kind of a class that people can come to and get, this smaller atmosphere privately. They're just incredible people. And they just fit in to the year so well. One thing that I really thought hard about when I put together the whole curriculum for the year is where we're all at throughout the year. So a lot of times we look at our business overall in the first quarter. And so that's why I have those classes in that first quarter. This is when we come back fresh into the new year and we're like, okay, I need to look at these things. It's that time of year, whether you're new or you're seasoned. And then the second part was all about marketing. So now you've got all that in place. Okay, let's make all that pay for itself with some clients, right? So let's get your clients in there and get your marketing program set up forever. At least get you the basics in there. And then the special guests throughout the year are timed just right for you. And then the last quarter is all about the actual craft of photography. It's about editing. It's about equipment needs. This is where you might have adult money to spend on some of this equipment. So, what do you buy? This is when you have potentially more clients. A lot of people love fall sessions. So, you've done all this marketing. Now you have the clients. And once you're out there, you go, oof, I need a little bit more help with this or this. So, while you're out there, take the class and then implement. You'll have models right there with your clients. And then I'm really hoping to get that editing special guest on too. So we have lots of time to do that. So I'm pretty sure that person will do it if the time zones come out right, because they're in a very different time zone than Colorado. Um, so I planned out the year very specifically, knowing exactly what pet photographers go through every year at each quarter, and each phase, kind of where we're at overall. So that's how I came up with that. Lisa says, thrilled. The in person meeting will be awesome. And the coaching. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm not even sure if I mentioned the in person. I tried to do the in person this year and I had some personal things come up and I wasn't able to do it. But this is going on the calendar. Nothing's going to move it this year. I was hoping it would coincide with something else I had going, but that has been delayed a year. But that's fine. I will have a studio space we can all meet in, and so I'm excited. The get together will be, we'll do some photography, we'll do some just, live coaching, we'll do some fun stuff. There's some cool things in Colorado. Hello. And it'll be a good time of year to come. So I'm excited for that too. And if you're a member, you can just come, you know? But it's going to be a really small class. It'll be like 8 maybe at that meetup. So there'll be more information about that in the summer, as we get kind of closer, or late spring, so people can, get plane tickets or whatever they need. So there's that. How exciting. Yes. Frank is also a member. I forgot to tell you. My awesome Frank. Frank is the best. Don't you want to meet Frank? Yeah. You definitely want to meet Frank. So, I think Frank will be at the the get together in August. We haven't talked about it yet, but I'm sure he'll be there. Right, Frank? But he'll be in the membership. Frank will be there with us in the membership too. So Frank is definitely part of that. And so, yay. Woohoo. How exciting. What other questions? Boy, did we miss Kaylee? I hope Kaylee found out what happened. Frank is a superstar. You're so right. What's really cool about Frank is he holds so many different roles. So he's a photographer, a videographer, and he's an assistant. And so one thing that I've been wanting to maybe film with Frank for YouTube is well, we kind of did this when we did our little wrap up of the year video. Was like, what are some things you need to know to be an assistant or to hire an assistant? So I guess we did kind of do that, but he's a wealth of information on that. Everything looks different from that part, that angle of the camera. Like, you're here, the pet's here, the assistant's here. Every 90 degrees looks so different. And then maybe the client's over here. So it's amazing. You should be available in August. Whoop whoop. Okay. Yay. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. It's not like we share a calendar or anything, so we don't. But I was really hoping we got, 8, 9 months until August, right? Hopefully, Frank can make it. Oh my gosh. If any of you know Kaylee, I'm tempted to pull up Facebook and let her know, because I think that's where Kaylee came in from. Stop sharing. We don't need to share that tab anymore. So I just want to see if Kaylee's over here in the group. How do I get to the group? Sorry, I'm over on Facebook right now. Don't mind me. Let's see if she comes up. At Kaylee. Don't know if that's the right Kaylee. So I won't put anything in there right now, but I'll get a hold of her. What could go wrong? Oh, Frank, never ask that. We know that. Nothing. That's what's going to go wrong. Absolutely nothing. Everything is sunshine and roses and unicorns and yeah. And coffee and puppies. We're going to make it happen. You'll get to meet the Frank Goss from Compelling Images. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's true. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other questions? I will reach out to Kaylee. I think that's about it. Here, where did I put that? Here's the link to the community center. I am ridiculously excited. I also should mention too that it's open now. Um, but if you're watching this 6 months in the future and you wanna join, you can. This is not an open, closed cart kinda thing. It's not just a limited opening, but I highly suggest you start now so you can start off 2023 right. But if you're seeing this video months in the future, go ahead and sign up and come on down. You can watch past classes, or try to catch up, or just start there and run with it. But I really suggest you start off, now. I'm excited for you. We could do this whole journey in 2023 together. And it might be kind of a rough year for a lot of us. And every year has its own challenges, and every year has its own things in the world and our communities that change and in our professions. And so let's support each other. And I've tried to make it super affordable. So I hope this is going to work for you all. Let's see. It says I have new comments. I have to go around my microphone. Do you know what time the meetings will be on Tuesdays? My right now, I'm planning them for 5 p.m. Mountain, just like we've had all week. As we build a membership, if that is an inconvenient time for almost everyone, then we'll switch it up. And I'm considering for people who live in vastly different time zones, the coaching call having 2 of those. So the second Tuesday, there'd be a 5 p.m. for people, in this area of the world, and maybe, a 7 a.m. for people in Australia and things like that. So we could end up with 2 coaching calls on that second one if we have a ton of people that are just in vastly different time zones. But right now, Lisa, put on your calendar the second and fourth Tuesday of every month, I think is what I've put for 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain time, Denver time. Let me look at my calendar because I realized the very first coaching call I will be at imaging, PPA's imaging. So if any of y'all will be at imaging in Nashville in January, I will be there. And you'll know me because I have a microphone and a camera and I'll be interviewing people like a weirdo. But there's also a pet photography meetup that Margaret Bryant always puts together, and just a massive amount of pet photographers come to that, and that is super fun. So the first coaching call is technically that Tuesday that I'm in Nashville the 24th. So we'll probably just do it the next week on January 31st. So that's the only change up that I can see so far, Lisa. But as we go in there, the membership is set up to message too. And so I'll be putting messages in the membership. So you can look forward to that as well. Yeah, because I don't think I mentioned the time. So just mark down 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Yeah. With the idea that if everybody needs to change, then I'm flexible. Yeah. I want to be there for my students and the members. Okay. What else? Do we have any other questions? We are past the 1 hour mark. I want to make sure that we got everybody's marketing questions in for the day. Because this is the last day of class. Oh, dang, right? Oh, man. And honestly, I have not decided if I'm going to continue the monthly Q&A live here on YouTube potentially, or maybe we'll just do a half an hour once a month. So there's that too. It's very general. It's very public. So one of the great things about the membership, it's private. If you have a very sensitive question you want to ask, or a topic you want to broach in the private group, that is one of the perks of the membership on that coaching call. If you're having a hard time, you had a difficult interaction with a client, something like that, that's more for the membership. The Q&A on YouTube is, public, and we get a lot of the same questions a lot. So yeah. Oh my goodness. If you have questions, of course, you can reach me at, oh my gosh, where's the banner? Right here. Monique at propetphotog.com is my email. Oh. Oh my gosh. I know I keep saying that. I'm just so excited about this. This has been something I've worked on all year. And it's really coming together. And I think it's really going to meet all of you where you're at. Tina, learned so much this week. Oh, you're so welcome, Tina. I really hope you can join the membership either on the monthly or the annual basis. I think there's a lot that you could learn in this membership. I'd love to have you in there. You've been really valuable this week, and I really love having you in the Facebook group too. All right. So with that, it is Friday night. It is my date night. I have a date with my husband. And so we are going to get some dinner and celebrate this amazing first Friday of December and celebrate all of you amazing pet photographers. You really rock. And, big kudos to you for making it through another year, for doing the brave thing of owning a pet photography business or considering owning a pet photography business. It's so much work, but we do it from our heart. And I am here to support you, whether you're in the membership or not. So it's just been such a great year with y'all. I love you. You're the best. Okay. All right. But really, I'm going to go. I'm a little bit hungry. You're welcome, Lisa. Yay. All right. Okay. And I have some buttons to push. I'm sorry, I'm always looking off camera. And you know what we say at the end of every video? What do I say? You can say it with me. As always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Okay, have a super weekend. You rock. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.